There he goes. Stay tuned from Pennsylvania. We're gonna shoot us a buck. We got a doe coming right here. If only I had a doe permit. Meh. 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 I have seen so many bucks this week come in on me. I mean, I've had them right at the base of my tree. Really, several bucks. Pennsylvania is not known for monster bucks, but I'll tell you what, when Mark and Mumau invited me down here, he told me that I was going to see lots of bucks because of the antler restriction that they have here. Okay, they're like 7 or 8 years into an antler restriction here, folks. All right? And it's 3 points on one side where we're hunting. So that means that buck's protected. All right? If he's got to have 3 points on one side, which my buck did, he looked like he was probably a 3 or 4 point. He had 3 on one side and possibly 2 on the other when I zoomed. I mean, the minute I zoomed in on him and I see that eye guard, and I think it was on his left hand side. He had 3 points on that side. And I was like, oh, I'm shooting him. And I put the camera right back on the pod, slid the camera over, and I got ready. I grunted him 3 times, and luckily he responded to every time I grunted, he stopped. In the third grunt, he was perfectly centered, and I stopped him because I kept looking over at my viewfinder to make sure that he was in the center of it. And I did pretty good, but in that deal, I had to keep it on wide angle because that buck was moving. Now, I thought that was just a lone doe coming through till I see the tail pop up. Once that tail went up, I was like, ooh, and she kept looking back. I was like, man, there's something behind her. Sure enough, I look over. Here comes the buck. I zoom in. At first, I couldn't see any headgear while I was looking. And I tried to put the camera back on me, and I was going to tell you, I think that's a buck. And then he steps right out, and I could see antlers, so I threw the camera right back on him, zoomed in, because I had to make sure it was a legal buck. Zoomed in, see those 3 points on his left side, and I said, you know what? That's legal enough for me. I'm shooting him. So he was illegal. I want to say 3 on one side and probably a 5-pointer. But we're going to go down and we're going to go look at my buck together. All right, folks? Let me pack up my stuff, get rid of the Winchester, lower it down to the bottom of the tree, grab my backpack, and we're going to go down. And for the first time, we're going to go look at my buck together. Dead Zone Outdoors. I'll tell you what, that Winchester's a screamer, ain't it? You hear it hit that deer and you hear this big pop. Oh yeah. Now before I can do anything here, folks, in Pennsylvania you have to wear orange. This time of year because of the bird hunters. Let me pull this arrow. Oh, the rage did deploy. Nice. It crashed right around here. Holy smokes. That's definitely a dead deer. I see my deer. That's my buck. Come right in here. Yep. That's just what I thought. 1, 2, 3-pointer. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Nice little buck. Hey folks, I'm in Western Pennsylvania and I'm hunting here with my good buddy that I met on Facebook, Mark Mumau and his family. And I'll tell you what, they've been really good to me. Awesome food, warm house to live, well, really warm house to live in, huh? Perhaps known for a hot house, okay? Very hot. But Mark, you set me up on this bad boy, put me up on this ridge. And I'll tell you what, Pennsylvania's doing pretty good with the antler.
How many bucks have you seen this week?
Oh my God, if I had to guess here, I've seen a buck or two every day since I've been in Pennsylvania. And I'm not kidding. Hunting, I've seen a buck or two every day. Okay, yesterday, last evening when I set my stand was the only one night that I hadn't seen a deer, but I just put my stand in and I told Pap, I was like, man, I'm more excited for tomorrow morning. I think it's going to be a good spot in there. Sure enough, I weren't on stand probably, I don't know, 2-3 minutes, just strapped everything on the tree, and I looked down at my scrape and I already had a deer. I didn't even hear it come in because it was so windy. Started filming that. You see it walk around right at the base of my tree stand and go up underneath me. And probably, oh, I don't know, 10 minutes later, I look down, here comes another doe, and like I say, I tell you that I wish I had a doe permit. And she looked behind her, lifted her tail, as you see in the video, and sure enough, here comes a buck right behind her. They're really rocking here right now.
Absolutely.
They are rocking.
Last week they were responding to calls and rattling. This week they're probably on the does.
So if you're with the does, you're in right now.
Right on.
You get with the does, folks, in Pennsylvania right now, and today's the 5th of November. And it's rocking. And we don't even have an acorn crop in PA right now.
No,
this part of PA.
Very few acorns here. Actually, I haven't seen one around here.
Right.
We got to get it on video if we do run into one.
Right, yeah, right. But anyways, that green field's probably about, what, a quarter of a mile? Half a mile away from here?
Yeah, probably at least.
And they were coming off that green field down to get back up on these ridges. It's true. It's pretty universal. Hunt the tops in the morning and the valleys in the evening. Pretty much?
Well, I keep telling Brad, and he doesn't seem to want to listen to me. There's a shelf on just about every ridge around here. Bucks will cruise those shelves almost religiously. This stand is probably 250 yards from the top of the hill and probably 400 yards from the bottom of the hill, but we're sitting on a shelf.
Yeah, with scrapes on it. But there's ticks everywhere too. Well, all right, Dead Zone folks.
I really appreciate you watching my hunt, and I really appreciate you bringing me to PA, buddy. Thank you.
Buddy.
Thank you very much.
Let's go get some more.
Let's go get some more. Nice little buck.
All right, folks. Tonight we're going into my promised land stand. In the past 2 years, I've probably seen 15 bucks out of this stand. This morning, I wasn't in it. A nice buck worked the scrape. I believe it went down to my brother, and he missed it. I don't know that to be a fact, but Brad Walker shot a nice 5-point this morning. We got a pair of fresh tarsal glands to hang over the scrape, so hoping I don't care whether it's a doe, I don't care whether it's a 3-point. As long as he's legal, we're going to pick him and stick him on video, and hopefully we can get it done. If not, I'm going to go sleep in my tree. Let's go. Buck that I'm hunting, the one I would like to shoot, is using this. It's also got a real nice rub right back here on the pine tree. Had I been in this stand this morning, we might have had him down, but that's the way it goes. You can only hunt one stand at one time. Let's get in the tree, people. I will.
You nailed him, Mark. Dude, he's going down. Dude, you nailed him.
I got a little tiny hole, that's it.
Don't worry, we'll edit that out. Make sure you edit that out, buddy. John Melvin, make sure you edit that out. You nailed him.
I hard punched him, I'm sure.
Dude, I was on him as best I could. There was a limb right in where I didn't know you were going to shoot.
It's all right. It's the only hole I had. He was going. He smelled us.
Dude, you smoked him. Oh, yeah, he was all over smelling us. You smoked him, dude, and he's legal. He's a cocker. That's a nice buck. Dude, that's two to them. You and me both. Dude. He went down right here. I heard him coming down the hill. And I kept hearing him. And I was texting, and I was like, I know that's a deer. I look over, sure enough, here he comes.
Did he go down?
Oh yeah, he crashed. He smashed the ground.
You see him go down?
Oh, I heard him. I didn't see him. He didn't even make it up over the hill. He's right there. Dude, did you hear it nail him?
Yeah, I heard it. Punch
Whack.
The only place I could have hit him was low in the hole. All right, people. We just got down. Positive I made a really good shot. I had a very small window, and the deer head picked up our scent. We could watch him scent check, and you'll see it on video. He knows something's up, and he started to turn. I had a real small window to poke it through, and apparently we welcomed him to the dead zone because it went through that hole. Let's go find him. I'm going to say that I probably hit the opposite, the going out shoulder, and it broke because I've got blood just about all the way through, and my arrows broke. These are the kind of blood trails I like, because if you're not real good at tracking, you don't need to be. And we're eating backstraps, baby.
Yeah, gorgeous. Wow. Look at
That's
that.
the exit wound there.
Look at that.
So apparently he broke it off on the other side.
Give me some.
I
Mark
want to say
him.
thanks to Brad Walker from Dead Zone Outdoors. I invited him down here to Pennsylvania, and I told him, I said, you know, in a week's time, I can show you 500 deer, and that's spot deer, which is legal at night as long as you don't have any firearms or weapons or ammunition, anything in your vehicle. I said, I can show you some deer, and I've showed him some cocker bucks. But this week alone, this is, I don't know how many bucks I've seen. Probably 7 or 8. I would say Brad's probably seen 10, and about 8 of them from the same blind. And a lot of them, they're not big bucks, people. But this is America.
Let's take a look at him. Let's show America this buck.
Kind of an odd lot, ain't he?
Turn that right. Oh my God, is that a beautiful deer?
Wow. Pretty color.
Wow, is that beautiful, Mark?
He's kind of a neat horn, too. He's actually got a kind of a big head for such a little rat.
I'll tell you what, that is a...
A lot of that
He
might have
had
to
us
do-
though, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of that might have to do with the lack of acorns too.
Right.
I mean, they didn't have real good.
I'll tell you what, isn't that pretty?
That's
Well, let's
nice.
set this camera up and we'll get an interview. What do you say?
Sounds good, man. Hey, folks. Just completed a double here in western Pennsylvania. Brad Walker and myself. We were both able to harvest bucks today. It's not a great indicator of what we got in Pennsylvania, but it's a real nice little buck here for public access land. It's a nice deer. We've probably seen 15 bucks this week. They were responding to calls and stuff. That stopped. Right now they're on just cruising, chase phase. So we did see a couple nice bucks. I seen a nice one last night. I don't have a lot of time to hunt. You know, it's just a 1-week deal for me. Out of state license, and you know, I'm real happy to be taking this guy home with me, and I'm sure Brad's quite happy with his. We almost had to calm him down this morning. I just want to say thanks to Dead Zone Outdoors. Thanks to Brad Walker for hanging with us. And you know, if you got a chance, people, spend your money in Pennsylvania. You may not shoot a wall hanger, but you're gonna have a ball hunt.